Hey everyone, welcome to our webinar of what to expect in our first year at college. This is a great opportunity for Adventist students to see how Adventist universities across the country operate and what we offer and what you could do to kind of start preparing for your freshman year of college. So we have some students from La Sierra University and Union College joining in our webinar today. So let me quickly introduce them to you. And let's start with Samantha. Samantha, where are you coming from? And what year are you? And what school do you go to?
Right now I'm in Oceanside, California. I go to La Sierra University, and I'm about to go into my fourth year.
Hi, I'm Natalie. Right now I'm in Pasadena, California, and I will be going into my third year or junior year of college at La Sierra.
Yeah, hi, my name's Lauren. I go to Union College. I'm somewhere in between a sophomore and a junior. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Caleb. I'm currently in Lincoln, Nebraska right now, and I am a junior, and this is my fourth year.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you guys taking the time to kind of connect with us and connect with potential prospective students that come to our Adventist University. We're going to touch on some subjects today regarding, what to expect in that first year. How did your academic advisor help you leading up to and during your freshman year?
I had a great freshman advisor. Since I lived in Sacramento, I was roughly like 6 hours away from La Sierra. So we do this thing called Golden Eagle Day and for registration. And so I actually had to do it virtually because I was so far away. And my academic advisor just gave me a call. He asked me, what major do I want to do? I let him know what I was kind of interested in because I wasn't really set on one yet. And then he helped me go through a list of different majors. And we both settled on political economy and marketing because they kind of coincide. And then what he did is he just helped me set up my 4-year plan, and he told me what classes I needed to take during what quarters, and he was just extremely helpful.
Like, how did you figure out what you wanted to study when you arrived in college? Caleb, can you help answer that question?
My major is nursing, and I am currently, as I said, a junior. But ever since I was little, I've just always been drawn to the medical field because both my parents are in the medical field, and it's just drawing me to go help with certain people in the hospital. And I've gone on mission trips, and then just coming here and having an advisor that was actually a nurse also helped guide me and just show me things to look out for and just what to pay attention to when I got into that.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Sam, what resources guided you to discover the right major for you?
Taking some classes at La Sierra my first year helped me discover that I wanted to do pre-law. So right now my major is political economy and pre-law. And then when I took some of the law classes there, I really just loved this one professor. And so I would go in and he would talk to me a little bit more about, the future, if you want to be a lawyer.
Did you guys ever change your major during college by any chance?
I did. I went back and forth. I was going to be an English major, and I went to the English department heads, and I was talking to them about it and just asking them for advice, etc. And they were very welcoming. And then I went to my advisor, and he was like, "You were so set on doing psychology when you came in, what happened?" And he kind of talked me through it, and we were thinking about it. And he was like, just take a minute, take a week, pray about it. You're kind of all over the place right now. And I think that's some of the best advice that he could have given me, is just told me take a deep breath. You're just having a moment right now. And I think that's something that not only he did, but my other professors helped me to do. And I ended up being like Sam, and I added pre-law as a minor, and just because of how great the professors were during those classes and the way that they were able to help me through the process of adding the minor later on when I was sure that that is what I wanted to do.
So it's okay to change your major, right? It's okay
absolutely.
When you're in college. Yeah. It's okay when you're in college to be like, you know what, maybe there's something else I want to do. There's some other passions I want to pursue. And that's normal, correct?
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I've always thought. So I'm an ambassador for unions. And one of the things I always say when people have no idea what they want to do is how are you supposed to know that you want to like study frogs in Micronesia or like do these really specific kinds of like fields when you took like high school biology and like algebra 2, you know, like I don't think high school is for like you to totally decide what you want to do. Like that's what college is for, where you have more specific classes.
Right.
You can like search areas you're interested in, take classes that actually like you're excited about. And then that's where you can like kind of rule out, okay, like I thought I'd be interested in this, but I'm not, or like I'm really interested in this, even though I didn't think I was. So like college is really the place where you decide what your major is supposed to be. So changing your major in college is like not a big deal. Like I think there's some crazy, like people change, like 70% of people change their major or something like that. Like it's totally normal.
Yeah, it's totally normal. You know, as a counselor, I see students do it all the time, and it's just a normal thing, and it happens, and it's okay. And it's okay to go and, you know, take some time to go do some community research or go shadow somebody. You know, that's part of the process. And if you know what you want to do at the beginning of your freshman year, well, you're blessed in a way, right? So, okay, cool. Let me ask you another question. Let me go with Caleb in this one. Caleb, we all know in Adventist universities, smaller class sizes benefit our students. How did smaller classes benefit you, such as yourself as a nursing student?
So personally, like our nursing classes are around like 20 kids or something. But it honestly helps because then it allows you to make that connection. You don't have to like feel embarrassed to like ask questions or something. And they'll be willing to help because it's a smaller class. And usually when one person has a question, another person has that same question. So it allows you to ask that in a safe environment almost. And it makes you feel like a family almost, because that smaller class, personally for nursing, since we all do our classes together, we really establish like a family bond almost, because we're so like we do all our stuff together. So it allows us to like more connect with each other and just feel like a family.
Have you guys, any of you guys, utilized the tutoring center at your university? So Caleb, would you say, how has your tutor impacted you? How has it helped you in your coursework?
So when I first got into the nursing program, I was struggling a little bit because, you know, it's a new thing. It's hard. There are different test questions and everything. But it really helped me out because they paired me up with a tutor that had been through nursing. He was a senior, and he just showed me all the ropes and showed me what like certain things to look out for, what to focus on, what like the questions like what teachers like to ask. So it really just helped broaden my horizon and just helped me succeed a lot better. And it was like he cared about me, honestly, because I don't know if other people felt that, but it felt like he connected and he really like helped me a lot.
Okay. Natalie, do you think it's important to take advantage of these resources such as a tutoring center?
Yes, it is so important. I think sometimes we, like, just especially as freshmen, you have a lot of fun, you have all this newfound freedom, etc. And it's great, but it also means that sometimes maybe your parents at home were the people who were like pushing you and who were on you, like to do your homework, etc. And in college, like you are responsible for yourself. And so I know that I fell behind. I'm not the greatest at math, and I fell behind, especially my winter quarter of my freshman year. And I had to like go to the tutoring center, and I think it's worth it to like, you know, put your pride aside and go and ask for help. You know, even if it's not from the tutoring center, if it's from your professor, it's better to go and ask for the help to get that help, other than to like take a W for a class or, you know, to get a bad grade in the class, because it's so hard to bring your GPA back up after, even a C or, you know,
right.
Hopefully not a D or anything, but yeah, take advantage of it.
Well, you know, one of the other things that's important, I think, to understand when you go into your first year of college is time management. Time management is crucial, in my opinion. Would you guys have any tips on how to manage your time in your first year of college?
I know for me, my first year, I had classes from 8 a.m. to about, I want to say like 5 p.m. And so during that time, I would have breaks. and then I worked from 5 to 9. So during those breaks, I would just head straight to the library because that's the time I had to study and do my homework. So I'd say just like set aside time when you know you're going to be free. You know you're going to have like that time with either your tutor, your professor, just to study and do your homework, because the day really gets away from you when you're doing classes, homework, and working.
I would just say don't procrastinate. Like when we're in college, we think we have all this time, or we don't have enough time. So pretty much, yeah, don't procrastinate. When you have time to do something, do it immediately. Don't wait to do it later, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
You know, I think another factor is in your first year of college is the social life, the social experience. When you go into your first year of college, what is the best resource that you guys discovered in your freshman student orientation?
I would say the dorm worships and then the dorm activities that they plan for you guys. Because my freshman year, I was in the freshman dorm, and then they would plan activities for, you know, all the girls to come get together in the lobby and like decorate cookies or whatever it is they chose that year. And that's how you meet people on your floor, and that's how you like make friends, especially early on. So I say that was one of the biggest things, just to make sure you go to those events so that you're able to like get to know people and make friends pretty easily.
Natalie, what did you enjoy most of your first year freshman orientation?
I think one of the biggest things was we got like tours, I should say, like of our departments and even like of other departments. And I think one of the coolest things was that the professors introduced themselves to us. So, and they took the time to talk to us and just have a conversation. And that was really helpful because it just showed us like, hey, like, here's a resource for you. Here's somebody that wants to help you. Like, they're here to help you. And like, yeah, maybe they won't be there like every second of the day, but you know that there are people out there that's their job to help, to assist you, and etc. And that was super helpful, not only for me, but I know for my friends who went in, they were able to see like, hey, there's a professor who, you know, he's in psychology, but he's really interested in basketball or something. And you build connections that way. And I think that was really cool to start networking, you know, right off the bat.
Right. Lauren, from a Union college perspective, can you tell us a little bit about your experience in your first year orientation?
I do remember that we had peer mentors. So we were assigned like a group of other incoming freshmen, and then like two people who have been at Union. And then they were just there to like talk with us, get to know us, answer questions. And then throughout the year, they were there as like a resource for us to be like, hey, what about this? Like a peer-to-peer like connection, like person that we had on campus that we knew was like there for us and like there to look out for us, and like, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. You know, and I think, you know, leading up to this next question is, I think a lot of students don't understand this part, but at Adventist universities, we have a great social life. We have so many clubs between our campuses that, you know, on-campus engagement is amazing. Sam, can you talk about one of your favorite on-campus social events that goes on?
Yeah, there's two that I really enjoy that I've gone to almost every year. During finals and midterms, they had this thing called, I think it's midnight pancakes. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Where like, you know, everyone's kind of stressed because you're doing your midterms and studying for your finals, and then they'll go to the square and you can just go get pancakes and eat at midnight, which everyone's up anyways because we're all studying, so it's a nice little pick-me-up. And then around Christmas time they have the tree lighting, and that's always so much fun. This last year they had like a little petting zoo, and they have great food, and I think they had like a carriage ride, so it was just really great, and it's awesome to be surrounded by your friends and just have fun.
I mean, we do a fall festival, and that's like super fun. All of the clubs contribute. There's like lots of different types of food, and they always have like this last year they had a giant bouncy house, and so you had to like race. It was like a obstacle course bouncy house. I don't know how to describe it, but it was really fun. I won, so that's what I remember.
Awesome. Did you win a prize by any chance?
I think I was entered into a raffle, but then I didn't win. Yeah.
I think another part of campus life, and I'm not sure if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, who out of all you guys, who dorms? All of you guys dorm. Okay, perfect. So I could ask this question. So living in the dorm, I'm sure it's super cozy, but what's the best part about living in your guys' dorms? Lauren, if you want to continue, what would be your favorite part of that?
I think, well, especially as an incoming freshman, it's like built-in friends. Like you have your roommate, which usually, at least I know at Union College, they like try to pair you up with someone who they think you're going to be compatible with. Yeah, so it's like a built-in friend right there. And then like your RAs are always open to like talk to. They're always super welcoming, and like they have lots of good advice and information, and you can just like chill in their rooms. And then also you're on campus, so you're super close to everything. You don't have to drive.
I typically wouldn't go to all these activities that they have, but a lot of the activities are in the dorm. And so, we have 4 dorms on campus. So sometimes it's just like a short walk to the other dorm for this activity. And then I've been blessed with great roommates. So I would always, have someone to go with.
Okay. I do want to touch the subject on the importance of campus visits. As a college student, 15 years ago, it was really important for me to kind of just explore and kind of get an understanding of what the school was like. Is it a fit for me? Would you guys have any tips on the importance of going and doing a campus visit? Is it crucial to do a campus visit before you pick a college, Lauren?
I definitely do, because I visited many, many colleges, and there's no way I would be at Union right now if I had not done a campus visit. Because the way I even I knew about Union because I grew up like in Adventist schools and everything, but I like met some of my closest friends now from Union when I went as a student missionary to the Philippines, and they were doing a year there as SMs. And so I met all of them there, and then they were like, dude, you would love Union, like come visit, like check it out. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll check it out. It's in the middle of like Nebraska, right? Like I'm not going there. And then I came and I was like, oh shoot, it's in the middle of a city. Like it's a college town. There's a huge university down the road. Like the people are like none other I've ever met before. Like it's such a great community. I found out more about like IRR and how cool it is and how perfect it is for me. And like I would have never come to Union if I hadn't visited and like seen what it actually is.
Right. Now SMs mean student missionaries, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Natalie, what would you suggest to prospective students looking to an Adventist schools? Which should they be looking for? What kind of things should they be on the lookout for on a campus visit?
Well, I think in general, I think it's before you go like to visit a campus, it's important to pray and to just kind of say like, God, if this is something that you want me to be, a place of where you want me to be, please like show me and help me to be receptive to the information that's being shown. I think it's important, like obviously like we all know, it's important to know like where you're going to be living, your dorm. I think as Adventists, you're safe eating at any of our Adventist colleges. It's all vegetarian friendly. And I think it's important to look at the different, if you're interested in a certain, if I was interested in psychology, I looked at that department. Look at the places where you're interested in and see like what they have to offer, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I think that's the main thing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to look at something that you're not interested in just to see, what it looks like.
Now, I think something that we need to touch base on, and this is very important, I think it's very underappreciated, but I want to discuss the importance of self-care. Because you guys are stressed, you guys are in school, you guys are probably working side jobs, you guys are putting so many hours. It's important to take care of yourself. Samantha, would you say, why is it important to take care of yourself, just Samantha, while you're in college?
Okay, so it's definitely important to take care of yourself because during the week you're, hustling and bustling, you're going to classes, if you choose to get a job, you're working and doing homework on top of that. And the great thing about La Sierra is we're kind of in the middle of everything. So what I used to do first year is I would have, my crazy week of classes and work. And then during the weekends, I would go with my friends and we would just go on day trips.
Okay.
And
Sounds
so
fun.
we could go to LA, we could go to the beach. I hiked Runyon Canyon. So it's definitely like important to take that time for yourself.
I was on Union's soccer team, not last year, the year before, and that was a great experience because it allowed me to meet new friends also, but also allowed me to keep in shape and play the sport I love.
And for me, Sabbath is huge. It's like a break, like a built-in, like take this time and just rest and just like be still, go to a park, hammock with your friends, eat food,
Right.
like rest, just like fill up on Jesus, like that's where I get my energy for the week. That's where I like reset and like fill up again. So Sabbath is super important for my personal health.
I think I did the best when, when I was done with class, I would give myself like literally I put a timer, 15 minutes, take a nap. Okay. Then I'd have like a 30 minutes. And then at the end of that timer, like of studying, I'd go for a 10-minute walk or something. So just keep yourself on track, know what you need to prioritize and like learn to let things go.
Right. Well, transitioning to the probably the most important part is on what to expect in your freshman year of college is the worship component. The spiritual life on campus. I think Union College and La Sierra provide a great atmosphere of spiritual life. Okay, Sam, what do you like the most about your worship services?
The music, by far. I love the music that La Sierra has. They have a bunch of different praise bands. I think that's what they call them. And they kind of just rotate out. So we have like a dorm worship. I think there's one every day of the week from Monday to Thursday. And there are like different bands that play. And then we have the one on Tuesdays. And then every Friday night we have a worship, for the whole school and everything, just to bring in the Sabbath. And I love the music, the songs that they play. And what's great about them is during the dorm worships and the Friday night worships, we typically always have a student who's speaking. And so it's easy to relate to them and to understand like what they're trying to say and how they're relating it to God.
I love the options for getting like worship credits through small groups or HeartScan. So HeartScan is just like you sit down with a professor and just like talk to them. Like they're there to like help you through things, like help you work things out in your life, in your spiritual life, ask questions of them, anything like that. And then small groups is just you and your group of friends. And it's like you can get funding from small groups to like get books or to go and do something with your small group, like go to coffee with all of you. But yeah, it's just time for you to pursue Jesus and a relationship with Jesus with your friends. And it's dope.
What do you value most about attending an Adventist university?
Yes, absolutely. I think one of my favorite things about, especially like at La Sierra, I think, and at a lot of our Adventist schools, we have people who are coming from literally all over the world. And no matter like where they're from, they're going to learn about Jesus, like whether it's in chapels, dorm worships, or, our professors pray for us before we take a test or something. I think that's awesome that in our office hours, if we say like, hey, like we're struggling like really bad, your professor will pray for you. Your professor will ask you like, what's going on? Like, is there something that I can help you with? Is there a resource that I can get you connected to? And the biggest resource, that they will connect you to is Jesus. And I think that's awesome that no matter where you're from, you will be connected to Jesus in some way, shape, or form.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. Well, this kind of concludes our presentation of what to expect in your first year of college. I would like to thank Sam, Lauren, Caleb, and Natalie for joining us today. We gratefully appreciate you guys taking the time to kind of talk to us about your perspective and your tips to help our prospective students. And for you guys that are still interested in an Adventist university, feel free to do a campus visit. Come with an open mind, come with an open heart, come ready to engage, because the next 4 years of your life are going to be the best 4 years of your life. So again, thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope to see you guys soon, and have a great day.